All right. Manny Pacquiao talking big smack about Keith Thurman. Says the fight with Keith Thurman reminds him of the Miguel Cotto fight. And I'm still maintaining that this very well might be a case of cherry picking gone wrong for Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk about it in this video. All right. First of all, let me get this out of here first. Welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, check out the live streams we do Monday through Friday and on Saturday, OG Boxing Talk with KQKC and the boxing historian, Blood Boxing. Now, check out the Patreon too. Check out Twitter, all that good old stuff. You should see the Twitter handle on the screen in a second. Now, Manny Pacquiao, legend of boxing, one of the greatest one of the best fighters to do it this century, no doubt about it. The guy is a tremendous fighter. Okay, let me say this though. I do not say for sure that I think that Keith Thurman is going to dog walk Manny Pacquiao, that it's going to be an easy fight for Keith Thurman or any of that type of stuff. What I am saying is this, that Manny Pacquiao is 40 years old, okay? And it is never safe to bet that a guy that is 40 years old that relies on speed and reflexes is going to have an easy time with somebody that they would have beaten 10 years ago when they were 30, when the guy that he's fighting is 30. That's my main point about this cherry picking gone wrong. But Manny Pacquiao said something I thought was very, very interesting when he compared Keith Thurman to Miguel Cotto. Now, or this fight reminding him of the Miguel Cotto fight. Miguel Cotto, when Manny Pacquiao fought, please remember what happened in the fight, not just in the fight with Miguel Cotto and Manny Pacquiao. Miguel Cotto lost to Manny Pacquiao by TKO. It was a bloody affair. Just all blood all over the place. Really, Manny Pacquiao handed him a nice little whooping in the beginning of the fight. Towards the end of the fight, Miguel Cotto started boxing more, started staying away, and had a little bit more success against Manny Pacquiao. But by the time he decided to switch gears from trying to engage with Manny Pacquiao, it was by far too late. And Manny Pacquiao wins the fight. I believe that it might have been a TKO as a result of all those cuts. Recall what happened just 2 fights before that to Miguel Cotto, and I think that had something to do with that fight as well. And that is the fight that Miguel Cotto had with Antonio Margarito. If we remember Antonio Margarito of the infamous Antonio Margarito with the padded gloves, with the cement, walking in there with cement on his hands, fighting Miguel Cotto and beat Miguel Cotto damn near half to death with them cement gloves on. Manny Pacquiao got a guy that was damaged. And it took a little bit of time for Miguel Cotto to get his act back together and get back to near the level he was before he was cheated so badly against Miguel Cotto. So when I think about that Manny Pacquiao Miguel Cotto fight, I think of it as an example of Manny Pacquiao being set up, because this was when they were both with Top Rank, but with Bob Arum in a fight with somebody that had a good name, Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto was a champion at 140. I believe at the time he had been a champion at 147 as well. Puerto Rican star, the best Puerto Rican since Felix Tito Trinidad. Dog, man, I love Tito Trinidad. The best Puerto Rican fighter since Tito Trinidad. And he had a good name, but like I said, he was damaged goods at the time. So Manny Pacquiao picked him off. Now, Manny Pacquiao might have been able to pick him off regardless. I also think that there was a lot to do with Manny Pacquiao in his insane level of activity in that fight, which he does not have anymore. Regardless, he beat Miguel Cotto, a damaged Miguel Cotto who had lost 2 fights before that. And I believe that was a selective matchmaking by Top Rank that allowed the Manny Pacquiao legend to grow. Without a doubt, though, Manny Pacquiao had to beat Miguel Cotto, which in any scenario is not an easy thing to do. Miguel Cotto, after his brain recovered a good bit, was able to put a good fight up against Floyd Mayweather Jr., one of the better fights that Floyd Mayweather Jr. had towards the end in the second half or maybe the last third of Floyd Mayweather's career. Now, what about Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman kind of fits into that mold, doesn't he? Just had a hard time with Josecito Lopez, coming off of a 2-year layoff where he had I think he had a couple injuries that some people believe are true, other people don't believe is true. Look, if I'm going to give credit for Manny Pacquiao not doping up in against Miguel Cotto, I'm going to give Keith Thurman, I'm going to give my man Ponytail the credit in this for those injuries being real. So he hurts his elbow, he hurts his hand, he had some other kind of car accident, and now you got Manny Pacquiao in the same scenario where Manny Pacquiao's coming off a good couple fights, right? Some people would say that he hasn't lost a fight since Floyd Mayweather. Many people think that he won the Jeff Horn fight. I don't think he won it because I can read BoxRec, but a lot of other people think that he won it. Okay, so but Manny, and then he does. There goes my dog Zeus, right on cue. So Zeus episode over. Anyway, Manny Pacquiao against Keith Thurman is it does have some similarities to Miguel Cotto and Manny Pacquiao, along with the fact that it is kind of like where Manny Pacquiao's fighting a guy that seems as if he's kind of on the downslide a little bit. There's also no significant drug testing for this fight, either for Manny Pacquiao nor Keith Thurman. No VADA testing for this fight. I don't really know if that's really a big deal or not, because VADA is the WBC program. It's not the WBA program. And this is a fight for the WBA champion against the WBA super champion against the WBA regular champion. I'm not really sure whether or not that constitutes, something where it's suspicious that they're not doing VADA testing. If they're fighting for the WBC, or if they were ranked in the WBC and then they weren't taking VADA, like Tyson Fury and Tom Schwartz, because Tyson Fury is ranked in the WBC. The fact that he would have a fight with Tom Schwartz without VADA testing, that's suspect. He should be dropped from the rankings for not doing that. But I'm not sure if that's really a questionable thing with Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Anyway, all that said, cherry picking gone wrong. Keith Thurman is not Miguel Cotto. He is not coming off of he's not coming off of that type of battering. And also, he's not the same age as Manny Pacquiao. But more importantly, Manny Pacquiao is not the Manny Pacquiao that beat Miguel Cotto. He's not that quick anymore. He's not that quick. He doesn't have that level of work, that level of output. And more and more people have seen how to fight Manny Pacquiao. The straight right hands moving out away from his straight left. People didn't get when I said, and if you watch that Adrian Bronner fight, what Adrian Bronner did well in that fight. Adrian Bronner didn't have much offense to offer. He never really does have a lot of offense to offer. But his defense in that fight showed how you could really keep Manny Pacquiao from really getting off. And Keith Thurman is a much, much better fighter than Adrian Bronner. And if Manny Pacquiao had a difficult time catching Adrian Bronner, and where he would have never had an issue with that if he was 30 years old, it tells me that the guy is slowed down considerably. Keith Thurman, on the other hand, I've not seen that he's slowed down considerably. And I know Freddie Roach said something about him not being able to have much power, but I did not miss that he knocked down Josecito Lopez. And Josecito Lopez is not a soft touch fight, especially coming off a 2-year layoff. So anyway, my point is, I understand the comparison that Manny Pacquiao is doing with Keith Thurman to Miguel Cotto. I do not think that is a honorable comparison. Put it that way. I'm not trying to call Manny Pacquiao dishonest, but I think that Miguel Cotto was a cherry pick for it was a match made cherry pick for Manny Pacquiao, seeing as he had just come after that major beatdown that he had with Antonio Margarito in his loaded gloves. Same thing that I think Manny Pacquiao's doing here. Manny Pacquiao did not take the Errol Spence Jr. fight because Errol Spence didn't look like he was easy money against Mikey Garcia. He didn't look like, oh, if Mikey Garcia could just use a little bit more speed, if Mikey was a little faster, if Mikey was just a little stronger, that he would have been able to beat Errol Spence. No, Errol Spence Jr. just outboxed him, period. He was faster, he was stronger, he's an all-around better fighter, and Manny Pacquiao was in that ring, and Manny Pacquiao let it be known by his actions out in that ring and outside that ring that he didn't want that smoke, and he went for Keith Thurman. For Manny Pacquiao's sake and Freddie Roach's sake, he better hope that Keith Thurman doesn't just get back to the level he was when he fought Sean Porter and when he fought Danny Garcia. Those are two very difficult fights that Sean Porter won, that Keith Thurman won on a supposed injured elbow. But anyway, we'll see what goes on, man. And you know, I'm quite sure I'll get a lot of heat on this video from people who are Manny Pacquiao fans, but it is what it is. Manny Pacquiao definitely has a chance to win. I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to pull it off, but I seriously favor Keith Thurman to win on a split decision, because somebody's going to give. If Manny don't get knocked out, which I don't think he will, somebody's going to give him a job. Give him the fight on the scorecards, because that's how boxing politics goes. But anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.